back, guys, to the money making channels. Today, I'll be bringing your way a very important aspect of our lives. Is that important because it has to do with everybody? No one is exempted. Now, what is it? Budgeting. Budgeting has to do with income and expenditure. How we spend the money that comes. What is income? The money that comes to us, it's known as income. Whereas the money that goes out of us, it's known as expenditure. Now, how you spend this money, on what you spend this money, is known as budgeting. The budgeting rule. The budgeting rule states that 50% of your income goes for needs, 30% of your income goes for wants, and 20% of your income goes for your savings. Now, if you are a Christian who is also a tither, your own budgeting rule should be different because 50% of your income goes for your needs, but before then, 10% of that income goes for your tithes, and the remaining 40% goes is divided into two: 20% for wants and 20% for your savings. You see, the budgeting rule is so important to help us to know how to channel our income, how to track our expenditures. Now, let us analyze the budgeting rule to actually ascertain if it's applicable to us in today's Nigerian economy. 50% for needs, right? Let's look at our needs. Our needs includes food, shelter, and clothing. Now, what is the cost of an average meal in Nigeria? The cost of an average meal in Nigeria is about 1,000 naira. And let's say we're going to eat two times in a day. We're going to eat two times in a day. We're going to skip lunch, yeah. Two times meal in a day will give us 2,000 naira. Now let's multiply 2,000 naira by 30 days in a month. Of course, we know that some months have 31 days, but let's take 30 days in a month. 2,000 naira by 30 days, it's about 60,000 naira, right? That alone has swallowed up the 50% budgeting rule for needs. How about the shelter, house rent? Of course, average house rent today, it's about 200,000 naira. Yes, 200k. 200k divided by 12 months. How much would that give you? You see, it's not enough. So what does that imply? Salary is not enough. Salary is not enough. So what's the solution? What will help? What will assist? It is passive income, also known as side hustle. Add something to that thing you're doing. Don't just go to the office doing no other thing. It is good to work for salary, yes. It's also good to do other things. Okay? So passive income will help us to be able to meet up to our basic needs because that salary is not enough. Let's look at the 20% or 30% wants. How much will you send to your mom? How much will you send to your dad? How much will you give to your spouse? How about children's school fees? How about your own personal development? You need to buy some books to read. You need to pay for some other skills to acquire. You need to improve yourself. How much would you spend? It is not enough. Let's look at the 20% savings. Well, we can manage that. Save 20% of 100,000, 20,000 every month. It will take you quite a long time to get a good money for your investment. So you see, it's not enough. So what can we do? Side hustle. That's your little savings. Invest it on something so that it can bring other profits. Those profits can be channeled into other things in our lives to help us have a good life, a good standard of living, eat good food, good meal, and you wear good clothes. Of course. So passive income, brother, passive income, sister, don't forget, passive income, side hustle will help us. So thank you so much. If you like this video, press the like button, share, and subscribe to get more videos. See you in my next video. Bye.